All right, hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking a deep dive into 5,000 Words to Reveal Your Purpose. It's
Ooh,
by Esteves.
okay.
And he's got like a really interesting background.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur and a trainer
hmm
and a pretty devout Christian.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here reviewing and discussing about my book 5,000 Words to Reveal Your Purpose. And you can call me Rod. It's going to be an interesting discussion.
Oh my gosh, Rod, welcome. It's so great to have you here.
Yeah, wow, what a surprise. Thanks for joining us, Rod.
We are just diving into your book and it's already making us think.
Yeah, we've been really enjoying exploring your ideas.
It's such an honor to have you here, especially because we're about to talk about your take on the jack of all trades concept.
Right, yeah, and how it ties into finding purpose. It's really fascinating.
I'm so glad you could make it, and your perspective is so valuable. So thank you.
Absolutely, and we're definitely eager to hear your insights as we go.
So let's see, where were we? Okay, we were just about to get into that jack of all trades quote and how you see it.
Yeah, he points out how the full version is actually a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one.
Right, and that really challenges that idea that having a lot of different interests is somehow a bad thing.
It does, yeah, and it sets the stage for his whole perspective on purpose, how everyone has a unique God-given purpose.
Exactly, and that leads to this important distinction you make between results and purpose.
Yeah, that results don't always equal fulfillment if they're not aligned with your true purpose.
It's so true. You can achieve all your goals and still feel empty if you're not on the right path.
And that leads to that billion-dollar question that you pose. How do you actually find that purpose?
And your answer is all about aligning ourselves with God's will.
And letting your faith guide your actions.
And you break that down into key ideas, starting with doing everything for the glory of God, even the small things.
It's also about using the gifts and talents that God has given you.
Right, and that everyone has these unique strengths that can be used to serve others.
And to help people find those gifts, you suggest asking yourself 3 questions.
What comes naturally, what brings you joy, and what do people compliment you on?
Yeah, and it's about using those gifts to serve God and others, which I think is beautiful.
And you warn us not to seek fulfillment just from external validation.
Because true fulfillment comes from aligning with God's will.
Right, and you talk about transformation, about not conforming to the world's patterns, but renewing your mind.
And then you give that fantastic example of your own haha moment where you realize the little you know is a lot to those God has prepared for you.
It's like that story about the boy with the loaves and fishes or the widow with the olive oil.
Where God takes our seemingly small resources and multiplies them to do great things.
And then you lay out those 6 steps for fulfilling your purpose.
Beginning with willingness and commitment.
And the need for a full and honest diagnosis, no matter how uncomfortable that is.
And designing a plan, getting organized, and making the steps manageable.
Plus taking action with an execution mindset, and finally performance tracking.
Yeah, and he even makes KPIs, key performance indicators, apply to spiritual goals.
Which is amazing, like tracking your prayers or volunteer hours.
So as we were saying, your book really gives us so much to think about, and it's amazing that you could join us.
Yeah, we were just at the point of inviting our listener to think about what they've heard so far.
What gifts do you have? How will you make a difference?
So, Rod, is there anything you'd like to add or any questions we can answer for you?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Well, I think I could give you a little
Oh,
insight
yeah, uh-huh.
of the motivation, one of the motivations that I decided to write this book, which was, a lot of people, they go doing their things and accomplish things in life, but with no real purpose. And what I've seen happen is that people start like climbing a mountain, right? Just to get to the top and figure out that it's the wrong mountain.
It's such a powerful image, Rod, that idea of climbing the wrong mountain.
Yeah, it really hits home that so many of us are chasing the wrong things.
And it connects so well with the point you made earlier about results versus purpose.
That achieving a goal doesn't necessarily bring fulfillment if it's not tied to your purpose.
And I think that's a key takeaway for our listener, too, to really consider what they're striving for.
Yeah, is it something that's truly meaningful, or is it just another mountain to climb?
And that brings us to that point we were at about making the steps concrete and achievable.
Exactly, like breaking it down into smaller, manageable actions that do align with your purpose.
And it reminds us that even if you reach the top of a mountain, that does align with your purpose.
Yeah, when you said success is a journey, not a destination, that really resonated with me.
It's so easy to get caught up in just reaching the end goal.
And to forget to actually enjoy the process and learn from each step.
Because that's where the real growth and transformation really happens.
And, we don't have to do it alone. He reminds us in Philippians 4:13.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
And that's support. and that strength are always there for us.
So, as we start to wrap up our deep dive, I wanted to ask you, listener, what has resonated with you the most?
What gifts are you ready to share with the world?
And what small step can you take today towards your purpose?
And remember, even if you feel like you have very little to offer,
God can work through you in incredible ways.
your purpose is out there waiting to be discovered.
And your book provides the tools to begin that journey, a journey of purpose.
And meaning, joy, and fulfillment, like you said.
And it's not just about checking off boxes. It's about connecting with something deeper.
Something that gives your life meaning and allows you to make a difference.
And we don't have to face those challenges alone. Remember Philippians 4.13.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
It really is such a beautiful verse, isn't it?
Yeah, and you encourage us to pray for one another as well.
Because we're all on this journey together.
We are all connected, which makes me think of your gratitude section in the book,
Yeah, your appreciation for your family and your friends, those who supported you.
which shows how our journey is shaped by those relationships and connections,
And at the end, you invite your readers to reach out to you as well,
providing even more resources and support, building that community.
which is such a great way of helping others find their purpose and live fulfilling lives.
So as we wrap up, what are your thoughts, listener?
What resonated with you and what gifts are you ready to embrace?
What small step can you take today to move closer to living in your purpose?
Even a tiny ones can make a big difference.
And remember that success is a journey, not a destination.
And that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you.
So go out there and make it happen. You've totally got this.
And remember, this conversation doesn't have to end here.
We've shared some great insights from 5,000 words to reveal your purpose.
And we hope it helps you in your journey of finding and living your purpose.
It's been such a pleasure to explore these ideas together.
And remember to keep climbing those mountains. The right ones, of course.
Yeah, the mountains that are aligned with your true purpose.
Wow, what a deep dive this has been, aligning with God's plan, practical strategies, gratitude, faith, perseverance. It's all woven together.
And through it all, we've seen how these insights can be applied to your own life, dear listener. You're someone who's committed to growth and making a difference. We believe these principles can guide and inspire you along the way.
As we wrap up, we want to leave you with one question. What small step can you take today to move closer to living a life that's true to yourself and your purpose?
It doesn't have to be huge. Maybe it's expressing gratitude, spending a few minutes in prayer, or just identifying one tiny action that moves you toward a meaningful goal. Remember, every journey starts with a single step.
Beautifully said. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of purpose. We wish you all the best on your own unique path to fulfillment.